What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a game that has been on my radar for years now, and I finally got to play it. A game with stunning pixel art, a dark cyberpunk world, fluid cinematic combat, and enough mystery to keep me on the edge of my seat until completion. I'm talking about Replaced. After years of waiting, delays, and occasional updates, Replaced is finally here, and honestly, it is everything I hoped it could be and more. I remember hearing about this game on GameRanks and getting so hyped for the game. I was anxiously waiting to play it, and I honestly forgot about it until I got my AYN Thor and found it on Steam, and it was an incredible experience. And guys, I gotta let it out in the open right now. This might just be the best video game I've ever played in my entire life. I know that sounds insane, but I've thought about this game forever, and it checks off every box when it comes to the games I like. It was honestly perfect in every aspect. So of course I'm going to dive deeper into the game and give you my full review. What is Replaced? For those who haven't been following it, Replaced is a 2.5D action platformer set in an alternate version of America during the 1980s. You play as Reach, an artificial intelligence whose consciousness replaced... he did that thing again where he said the title of the game thingy. Anyways, Reach's artificial mind replaced his creator's mind and is now inside a human body trying to survive in a dystopian society filled with corruption, violence, and a powerful corporation. It's a setup that immediately caught my attention, and it makes it all the more interesting when you explore just how dark and grim the world is. As the story plays out, you see just how hard it is for people to hold on to their humanity, while you see Reach, on the other hand, learn and feel what humanity is for the first time. It's a beautiful contrast that intrigued me from start to finish. The visuals. Let's address the obvious. This game is gorgeous. Every single section of the game looks like a moving piece of art. The pixel work is incredibly detailed, but what really sets Replaced apart is the way it combines pixel art with modern lighting effects, dynamic shadows, weather systems, and cinematic camera movement. The result is something that almost doesn't even look real. At times it feels like you're watching a sci-fi movie, and at other times it looks like concept art that somehow came to life. Whether it's neon lit streets, rainy cityscapes, underground hideouts, or massive industrial environments, every scene feels handcrafted. And that's a huge part of why I love this game so much. I'm not gonna lie, before this, I wasn't really a fan of game visuals like this, like the pixel art style of games. I mean, I played a few of them here and there, but this game dang it, he just did it again. No, seriously. This game replaced every opinion I thought I had for this type of game visual and flipped it upside down. I loved the visuals, and I'm really hoping we see more games like this in the future. I know I've seen a couple here and there, so I'm really hyped up for that. But yeah, this was amazing. The gameplay. The looks of Replaced are impressive, but the visuals only get you so far. The good news is that the gameplay is just as incredible. Replaced combines platforming, exploration, shooting, and close quarters combat into a thrilling cinematic gameplay loop that kept me entertained the whole way through. The melee combat in particular looks brutal and satisfying. Reach can dodge, counter, punch, and finish enemies with smooth animations that feel inspired by action movies, and it gives me very Arkham vibes, in particular with the dodging mechanic, and that's a huge positive. I thought that was amazing. And some of the finishers of this game is what really caught my eye with the gameplay. Like, it feels weighty and impactful, like to the point where my mouth was dropping watching some of these finishers. I was like, oh crap, this is crazy. The movement animations alone are incredible as well. As an Assassin's Creed fan, Replaced gives me a true feel of what an assassin would be like in this specific world and story the developers are trying to tell. Your running, climbing, sliding, and fighting all flows together naturally, and I couldn't be happier with the way it performed. The cyberpunk world. One thing I love about Replaced is its atmosphere. The cyberpunk genre isn't new by any means. We've seen movies. I mean, we have a video game, Cyberpunk 2077, for God's sake. We've seen this countless times. We've seen the futuristic cities filled with neon lights and giant corporations, but most of them don't nail it quite like Replaced manages to. Its retro futuristic take on the 1980s creates a unique identity. There's this feeling of loneliness and decay all throughout the game, whether that be out in the wilderness and factory settings or in the city itself where it's covered with civilians. It doesn't matter how many people are in that city, you can look around and see just how depressing and cold it is. The world is alive, but it's also broken. Some people are trying to fix that while others are trying to keep it the same. A nuclear disaster took over America years before, and everyone is still dealing with the consequences of that. It's really depressing and sad, and I really felt for every character, and looking at every person, it just made me feel so emotional watching them just try to move forward and continue life. The soundtrack, adding that to the atmosphere of this was incredible. I loved every piece of music in this game. The synth heavy music mixed with dark visuals creates an atmosphere that's hard to forget. I still have some of the melodies playing in my head. The main station music is so calming, I could listen to it on replay over and over again. Final thoughts. Replaced has all the ingredients that make it one of, if not the best video game I've ever played in my entire life. I'm honestly so shocked to say that about a 2.5D platformer adventure game, but here I am saying it with my chest. Like, seriously, this game is perfect. It's a masterpiece, and I couldn't recommend it enough to anyone wanting to play something special. The story, gameplay, and overall experience delivers at full speed, and it leaves me demanding more. I would be completely fine with this being a standalone game, but this world, these characters mean a lot to me, and I would love to see a sequel in addition to what could come next. Replaced is a perfect game, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100%. It's a masterpiece. I've already said it before, it's a masterpiece. It's stylish, it's mysterious, it's beautiful, and it might just be one of the coolest experiences I've had in gaming. But what do you all think? Has Replaced crossed your radar yet? Have you all played it? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, bubs.